Tonight, New York authorities searching for suspects after two sets of human remains were found dumped in a Long Island park. Investigators cleared that scene today after spending more than 48 hours combing with the help of cadaver dogs. Now, police say a teen girl on her way to school stumbled on a horrific discovery on Thursday morning in Southards Pond Park. She saw a man's arm in the grass with the fingertips cut off. When police got there, they found another arm in a nearby tree, also missing fingertips. And then a woman's head, arm, and leg, all discovered scattered across the 19-acre park. Joining us now on this gruesome case is NewsNation national security contributor Tracy Walder. She's a former CIA officer and FBI special agent. Tracy, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, Tracy, police have yet to find a whole body, and for now, they're working on 6 separate body parts that were found at this scene. What is immediately striking you about this investigation?
Well, so typically when you see something like this, a dismemberment, what you're really trying to do, typically what a perpetrator is trying to do, is really not disclose the identity of the individual. But what's odd here is that, as you mentioned before, the fingertips were indeed severed. And typically that's a telltale sign of someone trying to hide the identity of a victim. However, as you mentioned, arms were found, and on those arms were identifying tattoos that I am certain are already being submitted to databases to ensure to see whether or not we can get an identification on these individuals. So I think that's what kind of strikes me first. I also suspect that these bodies were probably dumped at the same time, most likely via a vehicle.
You know, you mentioned this. It is confounding because missing fingertips clearly sounds like an attempt to disguise identity. But what do you make a very distinctive tattoo being left on that arm, as well as a whole woman's head being discovered as well?
So, and again, I'm really just hypothesizing here, but what that tells me is that the perpetrator felt rushed and felt that they were running out of time. They probably had a very short period to dismember the body and then to dump the body. And that tells me that this person felt rushed. And so my hope is that rush then may lead ultimately to evidence, which may lead to us catching this killer.
You know, and speaking of that, police are disclosing what they believe about a timeline. They believe the body parts were only left in the park for a number of hours before being discovered. What is the significance of this? Typically in a case like this, is the murder scene elsewhere?
I believe the murder scene, quite frankly, had to have been elsewhere in my opinion, to do something like this. What's interesting is that this is a rather big park, but there are homes that really sort of butt right up to it. It's actually just across the bay from Gilgo Beach, which is obviously the site of another murder scene. And so in a crime like this, what I'm really thinking here is that this individual dismembered the bodies and perhaps killed the victims at a different location, but time actually is on investigators' sides here. They think they could have just been there for a matter of hours. And in that case, they really can be looking at security cameras if they can really start to pinpoint a time of death and see if there's a vehicle in this area.
Yeah, and I certainly feel for that high school girl who made the initial discovery on her way to school on Thursday. I want to ask, what groups typically dispose of bodies this way? And is there an element of terror or inflicting fear with dumping in this manner? What are you reading into that?
That's a great question. I'm not sure what exactly I'm reading into that. We do see cartel violence doing things like that. That's something that we do see in cartels, particularly as they come up from south of the border. We see that in specific type of gangs as well. And I know in this area about 6 years ago, it was the site of some gang violence that did occur. So this is a safe neighborhood. I don't know, how active gangs are in the area, but typically we see this with gangs and cartels.
Does this discovery make you think there's any risk to the public in this area, or does evidence so far point to a very targeted attack?
In my opinion, something like this is probably targeted. You don't just kill somebody and then decide to dismember them. That's typically something that's, really planned out. I don't mean to be graphic, but it does take a lot of time and effort, quite frankly, to dismember a corpse. And so I do think this is probably more targeted. But even so, you have a victim on the loose, and in my opinion, a suspect on the loose. And in my opinion, anytime there's a suspect on the loose, there is a risk to the community, whether it's targeted or not.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.